Wow. What a way to end it. What a way to end this crossover. And it was glorious. Hello everyone, Mega Man NG here, and it's now time for we talk about the fourth and last part of the Heroes vs. Aliens crossover with Legends of Tomorrow. We're going to be talking about yesterday's episode, Invasion, and this is where the invasion really kicks in. This review isn't going to be that long. It's going to be a bit short, but what I am going to say is that throughout this crossover, it's been consistently great. And I really did enjoy it all throughout, and it ended pretty satisfactory. So, let's get started. Basically, taking place after the events of Arrow, basically we find out now that the Dominators are planning to destroy all of Earth's metahumans. And the only way it can be avoided is if they force Barry Allen to surrender to the Dominators. And if they did that, they would leave Earth alone. But if not, nice knowing Earth. So one team goes back in time to 1951, where the Dominators first appeared, and try to get a Dominator so that way they can get some intel, while in 2016, the rest of the team plans for the inevitable final battle against the aliens. And believe me, it's not pretty. Not much of a review because, let's face it, all throughout this crossover, it has been very good, very well done. I really did like it, by the way. The crossover was just too good. I just couldn't get enough of how it ended. Especially since now we finally get to see all the heroes working together to take down the Dominators. We actually get the big fight scene that we looked forward to, and it was great. It was really good. Seeing everyone work together to take down the bad guys, or in this case, the alien Dominators, and save the world. Now, that was a crossover I was dying to see. But at the same time, when you think about it, there were a bit of a subplot or two involved that really caught my attention. One plot involves Cisco, which I believe the Jared Punch or Warp Chaos called him like a hypocritical douchebag. And to be fair, he is kind of a hypocrite in this case. Because he joins Felicity on the Waverider to go back in time because he wanted to get away from Barry, not knowing that because of that, he ended up causing something that he wanted to avoid. That can't be coincidence. It just truly cannot be a coincidence. It just isn't. I mean, you cannot but feel bad for Cisco, but at the same time, you wonder yourself, Cisco became a massive contradiction with what he did. It really is. Sure, he can't change the past, but he can just move forward. And even though Barry screwed up many times, he is trying to move forward in spite of this. Which brings me now to the other subplot involving Professor Stein and his daughter Lily. And we finally realize that it was because of the present Professor Stein meeting his past self in 1987, which contributed to a time aberration, aka his daughter Lily. And seeing Professor Stein like that really was emotional. And he didn't want to bond with his daughter because she was someone that should not exist. But eventually, in the end, he decided to allow her to live. And he grew to care for Lily. And it shows. It really does. And I feel this is just another part of character development for the character. And it was nice. It was pretty nice that sometimes it's not always about action, but it always has this emotion, always has this intensity. And this is proof of that. Heck, every single episode of the crossover did, with assumption aside from Supergirl, of course. The main crossover stuff actually happened starting with The Flash. Supergirl was just the start of it until the very end. But what I can honestly say is that the episode, or rather this entire crossover, was great. And it was consistent all throughout. It was very good part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Nowadays, shows don't have that kind of consistency, which shows being very good. This here, spread out over 4 different shows that it's proof that it's consistent all throughout, and it was all very good. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it a lot. The final battle really was satisfying, seeing all the heroes working together to stop the Dominators. It really was good. We actually do find that the Dominators aren't as bad. They're not as bad, but truthfully, they seem to have a beef with Barry Allen. Why is it that everything Barry does, no matter how stupid it is, ends up causing the worst situations? We already know he created Flashpoint and undid it, But yeah, now getting involved with aliens that want Barry, that's something else. This is just something else. I just can't even imagine it. Why? But it really wouldn't matter, to be honest, because the Dominators have decided to withdraw, realizing the metahumans can do good. And to be fair, metahumans can do good. It depends on the person themselves. So, how do I rate this? I rate this an 8.5. It's a very good, very solid episode, and a fitting conclusion to the entire crossover as a whole. There was a lot of action, especially the final battle with everyone working together to beat the Dominators. There was some humor, thank you Cisco, and at times Commander Steel. I mean, yeah, the humor, like I said, the chemistry that all the characters have was very good. They all had great chemistry, and that chemistry reflects on it, and it adds on to the show itself. It's amazing. It really is. There are a lot of emotional stuff like with Cisco and Professor Stein, and it really culminates things. It adds more to it, and it makes you worry for the characters. Though with Cisco, he was kind of, like I believe the Jared Punch said, a bit of a hypocrite. Or was it Warp Chaos? I don't really know for sure, but I can say it's both of them. And overall, it was a very satisfying end of the conclusion of this crossover, and I loved it. I really did love it. Now, as for next week, I'm going back to reviewing The Flash again. Surprisingly enough, next week is the mid-season finale, where if you want to know, Barry and Jay Garrick team up to defeat Dr. Alchemy and Savitar, if they can. But if you want a little bit of a summary for all four, let me say this. Monday, Supergirl returns to her Earth, aka Earth 38. Tuesday, Barry Allen travels to Earth 3 to get Jay Garrick to team up so they can take down Dr. Alchemy and Savitar. Wednesday, there's a traitor within Team Arrow, and Oliver hopes to find out who it is. And Thursday, Captain Cold comes back, aka Leonard Snart. I really am looking forward to that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this crossover review. I'd like to thank you all who took the time to watch it. I specifically want to thank Warp Chaos and the Jared Punch for commenting on all my reviews for this crossover. I want to thank them both. These two really helped a lot. Really did. I appreciate your comments. I wish I got a bit more because let's face it, I love doing these reviews. It's just that time is always a factor. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, and I hope you are, please be sure to hit the like button. Please be sure to comment. Tell me what you think of the episode, because your comments do help me a lot, especially considering with how YouTube is nowadays screwing over content creators. And I can't say it enough. I will be explaining on my update tomorrow, and it's going to get really messy. So yeah, that's it. This is Mega Man NG signing off. Peace out. And yeah, TMNT reviews are coming back on Sunday with The Revenge of the Super Shredder. See you then.